Good morning. Hey, this is Glenn Cameron, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu, where your real financial education begins. Today, we're going to be talking about how to make money to fund your credit building journey. This is something that you don't see on any of the channels. People talk about credit, how to increase your score, but no one talks about one of the most important steps there is, which is to increase your income to accelerate your credit building or credit rebuilding journey. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. And this was, 15 years ago. I spent a lot of time working on my credit. It became a preoccupation. And it took me like 8 months. Now, when I say 8 months, this was me doing stuff weekly. I was challenging stuff. I was suing people. I had to learn so much. Now, I had a friend who had a situation, and I was able to use my knowledge and essentially seriously rebuild his credit within 6 months. But there was not one, there wasn't two, there was 3 secured cards part of the process of $5,000 limits. So a lot of you were coming at me as like, hey, Glendon, do you have anything to give us tools on to make more money? And I'm like, yeah, I'm your fairy hustler's godfather. I mean, yeah, this is what we do. This is the main thrust of this channel. Make more money, make more money. And a lot of people are trying to rebuild their credit under the income they have, and it's tight. It's real tight. If you added an extra $500 to $1,500 a month, which is very doable for most people, and if you broke Dick Danny and you're just completely out there, okay, maybe it's a stretch. But for the average person who is not homeless, for the average person who has some assets, an apartment, a house, a car, $500 to $1,500 a month, hustling on Craigslist, garage sales, eBay is more than doable. And you can do it probably in 30 to 90 days. So I got a question for you. What would an extra $1,000 a month above and beyond your current income do for your credit building journey? What would it do? Seriously, it would get you 2 $5,000 secured credit cards in less than a year. I mean, it's that dope. So I'm going to show you some stuff, and we're going to kind of go through a lot of things here. Well, some things. So hold on a second. Let me answer some questions here because I get this question. Okay. For those of you in Hustle Camp, if you ask me if it's this part of Hustle Camp, I'm going to delete your comment because it is, and that tells me that you're not actually in your dashboard looking at your courses. So that question shouldn't even be asked if you go to Hustle Camp and see what's in there. But to you new folks, let's go down here and let's do this. Unlimited credit. This is for folks with good to great credit and they want to turn into super credit. Now you see, it's like $299. All right, so we're going to come back here and we're going to view this course. This course is also like $299. And this is the one teaches you what to do, how to dispute stuff. And this course, I didn't change the course card, but I'm going to put a section in here on how to buy Bitcoin. That's why I got all of that stuff up there because, Bitcoin is disruptive money, so it makes sense to just put that in there. And this is where you have all of the money management stuff. This is where I'm going to put the budget stuff. And this is also $299. Actually, I can do this. I can go here. That's funny. All right, let's see. So that's the super credit bundle. Let's go to courses. Yeah, that's disruptive. I wonder why it didn't show up in the card. Oh well. That's disruptive money, which will include the Bitcoin stuff and all that. That'll happen really soon. So you want to get in, and that's the credit course, and that is super credit. All right, I got a question for y'all, and just put it in the comments. Since bad credit and child support obligations go together, do you, because this is the thing, I'm going to do the super credit bundle. I'm going to leave it at $99. Now, if I put the child support course in there, I'm going to raise the price. So before I do that, who wants the child support course to be part of the super credit bundle? I will probably do a special, maybe $150, $199. Not really sure, but I haven't done it, and I'm not going to do it unless I get enough demand. So anyone who really wants that, just go ahead and raise your paw, put it in the comments, and if we get enough interest, we will do that. So that's the thing. And also, let's kind of go back. I know what I forgot to do. Let's just go under the hood. Let's see. Burp, 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 burp. Disruptive money. Let's go here, because someone asked if you had all of this stuff. So part of disruptive money is making money A to Z with self-storage unit auctions, how to make $1,000 to $2,000 at your next garage sale, pimping Craigslist for fun and profit, the journey to storage auctions, pimping Craigslist audiobook, the hustler's mindset, pimping your mind for success to get your mind right, how to get a secured credit card the right way, which I've expanded on. So all of that's included for $99. That's credible value. I don't care. And, there are people like, well, 99 and it should be 80% off 99, right? No, it shouldn't. If you're that broke, you've got a long way to go. All right. So I'm going to stop messing with people and get back to the content of this episode. All right. So one of the things that helped me, because I got my credit straight, but I could not really do anything with it. And I knew enough that if you don't have any income, you can't really spend on it. I had, MasterCard, Visa card, had some decent limits, but I couldn't really do anything with it. And when I opened up GC Solutions and I started selling used office furniture, let me just fast forward to you people. GC Solutions was a company that I created because I was at Rent a Crate, and Ken, tricky Ken, did not want to take these low-level jobs. But for me, they were awesome. So Nancy said, look, if you sell this used office furniture for us, well, we'll give you 50% of the deal. I'm like, okay. So I sold $60,000 worth of office furniture. I made $30,000. It was life-changing. It was like, wait a minute. I need to find some more used stuff. And this is how eventually I got into the storage auction business, because I was looking for used stuff. I saw an ad for some storage auction stuff with some office furniture on How Mill. Went there, they paid up for the office furniture, saw cleaners and some other stuff go. But when I made that money, I was able to use my credit cards and pay them off. And this is what I want for you. I don't want you just to get good credit. I want you to get great income. And one of the ways, and this is how I started hustling, and that matriculated into business. So if you can hustle consistently, $1,500, $2,000, let's say you get to $3,000 a month hustling. That's life-changing. That's $36,000 a year on top of your job income. Do you understand? Because, I know we're in the world of hustler porn, and people are like making, 0 to 100,000 in 6 months, 0 to $1 million in 6 months. And I really think that there are two ways that can happen. Number one, they're lying. And two, the person's exceptional. If we were all exceptional, I wouldn't even be in this channel. I wouldn't even have any need to do this. So the reality is, if you can make an extra $500 a month, great. If you can make an extra 1,000, awesome. If you can make an extra $3,000 a month on top of your job income, that's phenomenal. Do not let these hustler porn people fool you into thinking like, oh, well, I'm only making $2,500 extra a month, and with my job, I've not. No, you've done great. You've done wonderful. You've done amazing. And the trick is to keep your job and hustle as hard and as high as you can to the point that your job takes away from your hustling. You should not quit your job. You should hustle on the side as hard as you can, because your job, you got your benefits, you got a source of income and all this other stuff. And then when you get your credit straight, and then when you get $10,000 stacked in the checking account, all your bills are paid. Hey, now let's start talking about quitting that job. There are people who are quitting their job without any money saved, without a good solid plan, and not a lot of income coming in, because it's just like, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to be a hustler, because that's what it is. That's not realistic for most people. It's just not. So let's see, what can we do about this? Because the thing is, and this message is about increasing your income, which is just something that isn't mentioned in the credit repair industry, the credit building industry, because I have a client who had bad credit, who was able to buy a house because he was making so much money. And I had to convince him to work on this credit. The one with, he's like, man, I make enough money to buy a house. I don't need credit. And I'm like, actually, you do. Do you know your insurance rates are predicated on your credit score? There are so many little sneaky things that are predicated on your credit score that cost you money. It's unreal. I think like, your car insurance, and they've got a credit score for your insurance. I'm like, driving credit. I don't see it, but somehow they've got this correlation, which I think is bogus. Oh my. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's make this public. This is just wild. I am still sleepy. All right, let's just see how many people show up. Maybe that's not a bad thing to do, because then I can get into the questions. Well, we will see. We'll see how this goes, because I know the people are like, what the heck happened? All right, so I will continue on. Let's see, where are we with this? Oh, okay. We're in a good moment. So essentially, for you to build your credit super fast, you need to oh man, this is wild. You need to increase your income. So this is funny. Oh wow, one person was in, one person left. Oh well, we will go forward with this. Yeah, I forgot to take the video off of private, and I don't know why it did not show me all of that stuff. But anywho, what you need to do is to seriously look at increasing your income to build your credit. And I'm going to give you an example of something that can be very, very worthwhile. All right, so let me shimmy out of here, because that is kind of crazy. All right, well, let's go into here. So let's say you are, that's the whole thing. Say you have a house and you make about $50,000 a year, and you're just strapped out, but you've got a garage full of crap you don't need. You've got stuff around the house that you don't need. Literally, you can have $2 to $10,000 worth of stuff laying around that you could use to get secured credit cards, pay off old debt if it's applicable, or to give yourself some attitude money to make your next move. That's just from a garage sale if you're the average person with a bunch of junk. Now, let's go talk about pimping Craigslist. Craigslist is not what it used to be. That's just real. But recently, I have sold this year about $15,000 worth of stuff on Craigslist. And I mean, that's just incidental. It wasn't every month. It was bigger stuff. It was office furniture. It was desk. It was computers. I also have sold about $7,000, maybe more, on, I don't know. So old cameras. So incidental hustling, as I like to call it. I have sold about 30 grand worth of stuff. And this isn't every week. This is just putting stuff up there. So I know that if you had a situation, you could do that. You could really, really make that happen if you were determined and you were motivated. It's just like that. I mean, I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm going to say it's doable. I'm going to say that it is possible. I'm going to say that it is, if you put it in your mind that you can do this, you can do it. All right, so I'm about to bounce because I had this thing on private. So we will see how many folks have popped in. That's real funny. Only 7. All right. So what am I going to do? I don't believe I did that. That is so crazy. That is beyond crazy. What I'm going to do, hold on, let me come out of here. Because y'all will see it. All right, there we go. All right, so for those, I guess I'll get all the stuff in the comments later. But for those of you who want to improve your credit, also make more money above and beyond your job income, be sure to get the Super Credit Bundle. And like I said earlier in the stream, for those of you who are interested in, let's say, making more money on top of your job, if you're really interested in there are things in this Super Credit Bundle that will help you make an extra $500, $1,000, and in some cases, some people are going to ball out and make $3 or $4 or $5 grand extra per month on top of their job income. So go ahead below the video, and it'll be the first comment once this renders. Go ahead and grab that deal. Also, be sure to subscribe, be sure to like this video, and be sure to comment. Do that. I would appreciate that. So with that, I will be checking you guys out later. Got a lot of stuff to do today. Next week's going to be some interesting videos. It's going to be very, very interesting. Just letting y'all know that now. All right, I am out. What's this? How do they do it? I may start using these to work out in because they got some padding. But I don't know. They're a little small, and I don't have really big hands. But anywho, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you guys later. If I can. There we go.